I am about to get on live on YouTube Live as well. Hello world, I hope you are having an awesome Christmas and that you will be having an awesome new year as well. I hope that 2019 is going to be fantastic for you. I really enjoyed myself. We had a family trip to New Zealand, got back a couple days ago. Tomorrow I'm off back home and really excited to be back in Singapore. I'm gonna be eating a lot of good hawker food and such. So really awesome to be here. Also to Gabriel, hello. Awesome that Gabriel, who is also a Singaporean, is joining us today. Guys, this is the Worship Keys Live Q&A. So if you have never joined us before, oh, hi, Catherine's here as well. This is amazing. Yep, really happy to have you guys. Basically, I am on every sort of 2 times a month to answer questions on Worship Keys topics from Inspired Keys Academy members. To find out more about the Inspired Keys Academy, you could go to inspiredkeys.com/join. And basically, I'm on live in 2 different places. First, I'm live on Facebook group, which is the Inspired Keys Academy Facebook group. You only get access to this group if you are an Academy member. And then I'm also live on YouTube because I want to be able to show my keys, which I realized I should probably press my screen share thing so that you can see my keys view right now. Let's just click that. Yes. Great, so you should be able to see my chord app, which shows exactly what chord I'm playing and such. So Inspired Keys Academy members who are watching this, you are welcome to click the link that I have pasted on our chat, and you could then watch what I play as I am teaching you live. Now, of course, this whole thing is recorded, so if you can't join us, you are very welcome to watch the replay, which will also be archived inside the Inspired Keys Academy. So with that, I just want to remind everyone from Inspired Keys Academy who's watching to post your Worship Keys questions, because those who show up live, people like Gabriel, like Catherine, and anyone else who joins us midway, because people can jump in and jump out of this chat, because that's the beauty of something online. It's really free and easy, but also very accessible. Please ask your Worship Keys questions. So I might as well just type that in. Hi guys, share, post your Worship Keys question here. Fernando's here as well. Hello, guys. So basically, I will give you priority if you ask your question on chat because you showed up live and I want to honor you. But if I don't see any questions on the chat, I'm going to go ahead and answer questions that were asked previously. So seeing that there's no questions asked yet, I'm going to go ahead into Simon's question. Now, Simon asked a very interesting question, and I'm just going to copy it. I'm just going to search for his question now. He says, I wonder if there is any advanced worship chords and augmented 7th and 9th chords and diminished chords, which is really very sort of advanced harmonically for the worship keys realm. He says, I found out a worship key song that has diminished and augmented chords in the verse and the bridge. Is there any chance for you to teach us when and how to play them? Okay, so that is a very interesting question. Hello, Fernando. So basically what I think is when it comes to things like very complex chords like augmented and diminished chords, and actually I might as well just go into that for a moment, and let's just put like the key as C for now. And then, yep, so I hope you can hear my keyboard. Basically, diminished chord is, you can think of it as a stack of minor thirds. So that's a minor third, that's a minor third. So there's a diminished triad. And then there's also diminished 7th, which basically adds another minor third on top. So basically it has this like doom feel where it's like, it's not the most like uplifting sound, which I guess worship songs should try to create, right? Like, you know, we're worshiping God and it should have a sense of hopefulness. So it's a very dramatic kind of chord. And then, you know, you have like various and stuff like that, right? So these are all diminished chords. I will think that it's not a very common thing unless you are trying to jazz up a few transition chords. So for example, if you are going into like chord 4 and I'm in the key of C major, so chord 4. So that's like chord 4 into chord 1, and that's really boring. So if you want to jazz up the chord F, you could do something like this. Okay, so that's a diminished 7th chord. You could do that, which then becomes a cool version of a chord 4, but it's a really momentary transition kind of sound. So right, so that's a really nice sort of gentle way to go from a diminished chord into a resolution, which is chord 4 into 1. So that's just one example I can think of. But do I encourage the use of that a lot? Unless you are confident about how it sounds. And remember, as worship keyboardists, guys, our primary concern is to, hello, Bo's joined us, hi. Our primary concern as worship keyboardists is to minister to people and to just communicate God's love to people and communicate our love for God to Him, right? So when you add too many harmonically advanced stuff like diminished chords and augmented stuff. Augmented chords, basically, let me just, I realize I haven't described that. So basically, if this is a normal C major chord, then an augmented C major would be, right, where you have a C sharp. I mean, this is printed as, it's showing up as A flat, but I would call it a G sharp. That should really be a G sharp. So that is also like a very harmonically complex thing. I would also, if I have to, use it momentarily. So I might do something like that, you know, where it's just a quick chord to go from one into another. So that's just one of the best ways I can think of on how to use the augmented chord. So right, so something like that where you're joining from the G to the A, but instead of just going from G to A, you're going from G to G sharp and then to A. Okay, so that's just a way that you can use the augmented chord that's not going to be distracting for anyone necessarily. But yeah, remember, our job is to hey, David's here too. My gosh, this is a party. Woohoo! Hey guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate that you took the time, your precious time out to join us. And oh gosh, I have to apologize for the change in time as well. I suddenly didn't have help to for the care of my 15-month-old toddler. So I could only get help in the afternoon. So I had to change it to about 4 hours later. And thank you everybody for understanding and being flexible. So yeah, I probably will steer clear of diminished and augmented 7th chords unless they're used momentarily and if I am confident about how it sounds. Like, I really like the way it sounds. I really want the way it sounds. But no, most of the time it would be just boring, safe triads, maybe 7ths. 7ths are almost always, I almost always use 7th chords in minor chords. But pretty much that's how I'll keep it really safe. Hey, cool, Bo, thank you so much. Thank you for being so understanding. So, okay, cool. The next question is from Bo. And Bo basically asked, let me just quickly find the question here. And Bo says, I have a question about playing fast songs. And actually, Bo, I'm really glad you're here because I have questions about how you want me to demonstrate stuff. Because Bo says, I've been getting practice mostly leading slow songs. So what is different about leading a moderate or fast song? Okay, and then secondly, she says, I am trying to learn the song Move by Chris McClarney, which I searched up and it seems to be primarily Jesus culture, but Chris is like a featured artist. I hope I didn't get the song wrong. Correct me if I am. And then it's written here, the only other instrument on the team will be a cajon, which is fantastic. It sounds like a very, it's a very acoustic set. Okay, so Bo, I am going to answer the questions separately. I shall first up talk about sort of slow versus fast or moderate. How will I do it differently, right? So if I have a fast song or a moderate song, I will probably comp more quickly. I'm trying not to, okay, so Bo, if you're watching us with us here live, if you can think of a fast song, let me know which one it is. Move doesn't seem very, very fast to me, so I'm not sure if that's the song you want me to demo on. I will be demonstrating Move in a minute, but basically I'm trying to think of what's a, okay, so basically it would be like chords, but I'll play it faster. I don't know how to describe it to you until you give me a title of a fast song or a moderate song, and then maybe I can demonstrate to you. And because, like, I'm thinking, what's a good fast song to use as a demo so that we could all benefit from this? I'm thinking Young and Free, but Young and Free is, like, I don't know, like, This Is Living. Do you want me to demonstrate that? Like, go ahead and type into the chat any fast song that you guys can think of. Okay, so for fast songs, I'm thinking, okay, cool, Move will be great, or This Is Amazing. Okay, cool, thank you. I actually have the This Is Amazing Grace video that shows exactly what I play. It's on my video feed in the YouTube channel, so go ahead and click that to see exactly what I play. Yeah, just comp a little bit faster, I guess. So let me just go ahead and jam to that. I will be demonstrating Move, but since you mentioned This Is Amazing Grace, I will do that as well. Phil Wickham, I presume. Okay, so how will I do this? B flat major, okay, just a sec. So something like, okay, you know what? I'm really glad you gave me a title to work with, because when I'm playing fast songs, this is stuff that I sort of just do without realizing. And then now that I've kind of jammed through the first 20 seconds of it, I realize there are a few things I was doing, and I want to talk about that. When you're playing, make sure to listen to the drum groove. So what I'm hearing from the intro and the verse is do tap, 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 something like that. Okay, it's not like I'm a drummer or anything. I'm just gonna reconfirm that. Tap, right? So because of that, I'm wanting to fit in. Okay, so you want to try and fit in. So you don't want to do like a straight 4-beat like. So that's very 1, 2, 3, 4, which I guess it's okay if you're clapping, but what I'm hearing is to tap, to tap, to tap, right? So then I'm trying to imitate that with the do, right? The bass drum sound being the left hand chord, and then the right hand playing the snare drum. So so it's not like come faster. I mean, that was kind of just the first thing I was thinking of, but you do have to listen to the drum groove and try to fit into that. The second thing I really want to talk about is the riff, okay? Because you mentioned, Bo, that you're going to be playing with a cajon, right? Thanks for the information, because that's really important. If you have an electric guitarist, the person's probably going to be doing the da-da-da-da. Actually, sorry, that's the synth player's job, like but because you're the only one supplying the chord and the melody, really, you have all the leeway to go ahead and dress it up with the riff. So your job really, if you guys want to stick to the arrangement from Phil Wickham, would be to play the riff. So I would do. Right, so that's what a lot I'm doing. What I'm hearing is something like that. Like that was from my previous analysis of the song when I was doing it for church. But basically, I'm playing a lot here. I'm doing chord, I'm doing riff, I'm doing in-betweens, I'm doing the job of the electric guitarist. And that's because you mentioned you are the only ones applying the melody, the instruments, the pitched instruments, right? If a cajon's going to play with you, which is awesome, I'm glad it's there at least to create some kind of a rhythm section, then you got to do a lot. So go ahead and do that. And you know what? If that's a lot to handle, because it's hard, right? Firstly, it's pretty fast. Secondly, you got to comp with the left hand on the straight beats with the right hand playing the riff. Da, 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 da. I wouldn't say it's easy. So go ahead and practice that for as much as you can. And if it's really hard, then just simplify. Don't do any riff. Don't do the opening motif. It doesn't matter. So if you have to, just keep it really simple. Like just... Okay, and then you can start. You know, just keep it really simple. Who says you have to do like everything? But if you want to dress it up a little bit, do the drum groove thing, match the bass and snare kind of groove, and then number two, try and do the riffs since you are doing it all on just the piano. So I really hope that helps for the first question. So answering the question on how you handle smooth, fast and or moderate speed songs. If anyone can think of another song that's sort of fast-ish, just throw it out there, type it into the chat, and I'll be very happy to address that. I am moving on to Bo's second question, and she says she is trying to learn the song Move by Chris McClarney, and the only other instrument on the team will be a cajon, right? Okay, so sorry, I might have mixed up the question. So sorry if that cajon thing wasn't meant for the fast song thing. But anyways, please clarify if I was wrong, okay, Bo? But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and jam together with Move and see if I have anything that I really want to talk about. C sharp. Ooh.
When you move, darkness runs for cover.
Okay, so basically what I'm hearing is, and by the way, this is my first time jamming to it, and D flat's not exactly easy, but it's exciting to get a challenge. Sorry, I just feel like I think better in terms of D flat, and I'm sorry if it's supposed to be C sharp. So what I'm hearing at the moment, I'm talking through what I'm here. So basically that's what I'll be doing, because I'm just trying to imitate the that's the layer that I'm hearing. That's a very distinct characteristic riff of the intro and the verse. Okay, so that's probably the only thing I really want to talk about from that section.
When you move, where you are. It turns into praises. And where you are, no heart's left unchanged. Here we go. So come, move, let justice roll like a river. Let worship turn into revival. Lord, lead us back to thee. When you move, be.
Okay, so the only thing I can really think about that's very noteworthy for the chorus, which helps that it's really just kind of straightforward stuff. It's the same 4 chords, but in a different order. What I am hearing is the bass and the drum groove kind of just goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. It's like a doom, 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 doom. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So because I hear that, I am playing my chords in this way. Sorry, I forgot the chord progression. I'm gonna have to rewind that a little bit and jam to it. But let's just hear it.
Let worship turn into revival.
Dum, dum, tap. Sorry, I just realized it's dum, 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 tap, dum, 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 tap. So. Something like that. So it's sort of just that da 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 tap tap. So I'm just trying to imitate the way the drum sounds. Hello, David, again. So let's listen to the rest of this. Okay, so now this is verse 2, and for verse 2, I'm sort of hearing it's a stronger of doom tap doom tap. Doom, tap. They're changing it a little bit up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jam with that.
Lord, here we are. Oh, teach us to have mercy.
Feel free to do
We bow down at your throne, Jesus. So come. Their worship turn to revival. Lead us back to you.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is the electric guitar is like doing a 1 5 1 1 5 1 1 5 1. So I'm just imitating that. So in order to create some kind of a contrast between chorus 1 and chorus 2, previously I was just doing kind of like chords just down here. But if I wanted to create something different, I'll do. Something like that. No comment so far. I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I'm doing. Sorry, my chords are just not so good here. I should listen again.
King of all generations, every tongue and nation, surrender to you alone. justice roll on like a river. Let worship turn into revival. Justice roll on like a river. Let worship turn into revival.
Okay, great. Bo, let me know if that answers your question. Basically, I was just kind of jamming to see how else I can make it interesting. Bo says, thank you. I like the contrast in verse 2 and the higher range. Thank you. I'm so glad that worked. Bo says, I hadn't considered imitating the drum beat with my left hand. Well, actually, it's not just left hand, it's both. Because, yeah, you kind of need that low and high to tap. So, okay, this is like a very strange thing that I don't know, is it because I'm a music teacher or something, but when I listen to the bass, the drums, I just try to imitate it with my voice first. So I am doing like do tap. So if that helps, just kind of voice it out a little bit and then pay attention to it, like really listen out to it so that you can groove in a similar way. Like if you were a guitarist, I would say the same thing, like just dum, 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 dum. It's a low and the high. So you're gonna have a low, high, or whatever was the groove, and then it should sound more coherent. Marinda, hello, awesome. There's quite a few of us here. But basically, yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say about Move from Chris McClellan. Unless you have more questions, Bo, please go ahead and type it in here. But otherwise, because it's like the holiday season, I'm not sure if it's because everyone's kind of traveling, I haven't got any other questions. So if I don't get any further questions from Inspired Keys Academy members, I might sign off here, and we are pretty much getting ready to go to church in a while. But let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Type it into the chat right now. I don't have any other questions to answer. For those of us who are watching on YouTube, I just wanted to say, cool, Bo. I really hope that helped. And yes, you're very welcome. It's a great question, and thank you for your question. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, go ahead and check out the Inspired Keys Academy at inspiredkeys.com/join so that you can become an Academy member and ask your worship keys questions as well. There's a lot that we can do here. You are very welcome to ask for feedback on how you play. Send me a recording of your playing. Send me a recording of your worship rehearsal if you like. Ask questions about music theory stuff. Ask questions about how to play a song. Yeah, stuff like that. You know, that's my passion, to answer questions on this and to just coach people to become stronger worship keyboardists in your church. So guys, haven't got any other questions to answer, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off from here. Thank you so much for taking your precious time to join us. It is the 29th of December, which also means we are 2 days away from the new year. At least where I am, it's the 29th. So have an awesome 2019, guys. Like, let's spend some time with the Lord and ask him what he has in store for us. It could be great stuff. It could be not so great stuff. But look, if we start off the year saying, God, I commit my life to you, use me in my church, grow me as a keyboardist, and prepare me for what's to come, and stretch me this year so that I can enlarge my capacity for you, I think that's going to be awesome for everybody. And that 2019 will then end really awesome a year from now. So this is my hope and prayer for everybody watching, and of course for myself. There's a lot for me to grow as I continue to grow as a mom and learning how to teach my toddler and stuff. There's a lot that I am wanting to learn. So David, thank you so much. Amen. So true. He says, Bo says, Happy New Year. Looking forward to much growth this year. Yeah, I think without growth, we'd all be really bored, and like there's no real reason for living anymore. So yeah, let's ask the Lord what we should grow in, and he will lead us. So hey, it's been my honor serving you guys in 2018, and I am looking forward to more. So guys, enjoy time with loved ones, enjoy time with the Lord, enjoy 2019. Take care. God bless. See you in our next live Q&A. Bye.